I'm going to introduce you to my roller coaster and my rabbit hole. Von Miller, scary story author on Reddit and maybe other places, and Mr. Nightmare, a YouTuber who finds other people's work, like Ring door cams and stories, and then goes ahead and does videos where he reads back the story or describes what happened. Fair use. DMCA threats or self-promotion. Mr. Nightmare's videos sometimes start off with a threat that he has the ability to, or claim that he has, to take down your YouTube channel, your TikTok, your Facebook page for a single duplication of what you find in the video. And he's very vague about it. Instead of saying, if you take what I've added to this video and repost it somewhere without telling me about it and getting permission, I will sue you or I will win through a DMCA takedown or whatever. Now, it should be pointed out that he's mostly recycling other people's work and requests people send it to it. And the Mr. Nightmare channel sometimes has a lot of views or very few. Mostly it's the performance act of reading back the story or describing it. That's no different than me reading the newspaper to you. It's not a copyright violation. It just isn't. If I get the CNN transcript and retype it so it's less annoying than watching CNN, I'm not stealing their work. I'm improving on it. So, this is my art. But I'm going to bring up what Von Miller did. Now, again, Mr. Nightmare shouldn't put strongly worded intros in his video and can easily clip them off. It's implied strongly that he's going to claim a copyright to everything. Even if they're other people's videos, if he adds anything to it, it becomes essentially a transformative act. But they can still demand that he blank the video because it's their video content. And he does spook stories and stuff like that. Pretty good channel. February 23rd, 2021, Von Miller, who posts on Reddit, put up a comment of, fans of Mr. Nightmare must read this, and claimed that Mr. Nightmare plagiarized him by uploading his story to prove this. However, he decided to leave some links. Now, if you're not aware of it on Reddit, you can hover over any posting on Reddit, and on YouTube you can hover over any, or just read it blatantly, to find when it was posted. Now, that's how I know he posted it this year, this claim that Mr. Nightmare had plagiarized him sometime before that date. So he posted a link to his work on Reddit, Family Road Trip. Now, Family Road Trip he posted in 2019, April 30th. And then he links to Mr. Nightmare's video plagiarizing him 3 scary, true road trip horror stories that he uploaded in 2018, July 27th. So, apparently Mr. Nightmare is a time traveler. Or he posted a very weak argument that he had come up with a story before it was posted on the video, but didn't have any proof it was ever posted publicly or in any way, shape, or form published. Now, I don't know if you understand this. You can have a work that you put in a glove box or something, never have it visible, and make a claim that someone stole your idea years later. There's a lady who calls herself Mama of the Matrix or something like that, who claims that she created the entirety of the Matrix series and several other stories, including Terminator, by writing a story that she says was plagiarized. They don't resemble the story enough that'll do it. There is a couple of people who have stories that were very similar to the Terminator. But that means there's several people who could have been plagiarized. If you have more than 3 or 4 people coming up with the same damn story, you can't claim that your specific version was plagiarized unless it's insanely close. And then you also have to prove in court, and this is a requirement, that, in fact, that story was either sent to the person at bare minimum, or you can prove that they absolutely read it. And if you're not aware of it, in the movie Terminator, to get the lawsuit to go away, credit was given at the end of the video, or at the end of the movie, to say, yeah, some other movie like that was done. I think it was actually Terminator, but not The Matrix. And in fact, The Matrix, as it is done, isn't the original idea that was promoted by the people who wrote the story for The Matrix. The original version of it didn't have them being electrical power sources. It had every single person in The Matrix being part of a gigantic array of computing systems, human brains, to keep the Matrix alive in their head. A shared nightmare. An engine. I call it the Nightmare Engine. I want to also point out that both Mr. Nightmare, who says he's reposting a story he's found someplace, he doesn't give credit, and Von Miller, both have a story that has been stated in critiques of their behavior to be very similar to the story called High Beams, From Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, from 1968, the year I was born. Now, the reason I got triggered by this is, wow, Reddit is fun. Next, on Reddit, it won't show you overtly the time and date stamp of a posting, even though that's, it says 3 years ago. The number 3, YEAR, that's that many? I got that many. The year could have been posted with the month. Just, if we were doing 2-digit years, we could have put... Reddit won't waste the extra maybe 1 or 2 bytes to just simply time and date stamp it accurately and just make it unchangeable. We want it to be timeless. I really fucking hate that. Anyway, Von Miller posted a story after Mr. Nightmare posted a video and claimed that he was ripping him off. Now, I don't know either of these two. They're people I've never met or communicated with. But it really is funny. Now, why did I find this? I was looking up Mr. Nightmare and anybody critiquing him because some of the videos that he posts have fairly strongly worded claims that he has the ability, an in route to shut down your YouTube channel. I'm very, very sensitive to that. But then I run into Von Miller being the only person who posts any negativity about him. Everybody else loves his work. Deadass saying that he got ripped off. And then also see that Mr. Nightmare posted that he has received 1 DMCA takedown or 1 copyright claim so far. 1. It was on music. Because don't add music to a video. It always gets flagged. It's a please kick me in the gut or other parts demand. If you put music in your videos, you are demanding to get flagged. Even if it's video music content that was provided by YouTube, they'll still flag you. Oh, I got it from the music library. Well, we don't care. We're flagging it. YouTube is notorious for doing that. They had an entire month where they did that to pretty much everybody. It's like everyone stopped trusting them. So they started including, literally paying the 5 cents it costs. You can use an app for that to get access to music, add it to your video, and put in the exact code to authorize it to keep YouTube off your back. And that didn't work. So yeah, I even altered a video for someone, an audio recording, a song called Heroes, by pitch shifting it and causing it to do dynamic pitch shifting so that a person couldn't get flagged. Probably still doesn't do any good. So anyway, a 1968 story that was reposted in 2018 and then reposted in 2019, but the last guy who posted it, there's probably 100 versions of it, they're all the same mythology, claimed in 2021 that he was ripped off retroactively somehow by making this claim, and he mostly, I'm very sure of this, mostly relied on someone not clicking the links and saying, hey, you made that story up after the posting. And he's also the moderator on that Reddit forum. He's the author and moderator, so he gets to blank your comment if you ever contradict him. This is one of the reasons I've always wanted to get a Reddit account and go in there and correct these assholes, because I do fact-checking all the damn time. I don't care if this is some squabble between the two of them. I'm sure they both could be jackasses at one time or another or be angels the next. But the point is, Von Miller did not provide valid proof that he'd been ripped off. Now, if he'd posted it someplace else and it was obviously ripped off from there, that's fine. But people have pointed out, dude, this is literally High Beams from 1968 or older. It's actually a very old urban legend story. Or not. Maybe not. Now, the fun part is I'm going to give everybody the archive links to the postings by Von Miller, a link to the video, which is supposed to be from 8 seconds to 4 minutes and 10 seconds to evaluate, and then finally scarystories.fandom.com.wiki.// highbeams. So you can go ahead and evaluate this yourself. I think this is funny because people have become so obsessed with saying, I'm the originator of a story that couldn't possibly have happened before, which is preposterous, probably by this point. There's so many people on the planet. But I find it really annoying that nobody bothered correcting this person by snapping them on the nose immediately and saying, you posted your story after the person made his video that you're claiming he copyright violated. You got any better evidence? Maybe we should ban you. And then the next thing, it's an honest mistake most likely. Should you really ban a person who does that? Yes. If someone claims that they're going to sue someone or do anything else over the top instead of communicating, that's bad. Someone making a claim against me that's overtly obvious that they're trying to do it to get under my skin and fuck with me, yeah, I have a right to be a little angry or annoyed by that. Dealing with a bot on YouTube, auto-flagging shit that they said that I was able to use because I literally got it from the music library or sound library they use. One time I got my YouTube channel flagged temporarily, because they're dumb, for a sound effect that I was experimenting with on a video that was unlisted. I've had my channel flagged for a video that was unlisted because it was on my other channel and being visible. Some of you may notice every once in a while I'll upload a video on all 3 channels and see if they flag me for copyright violating myself. Any excuse to find a reason to run that bot, I swear to God they run. Anyway, this has been a little bit of a rant a rant fest about it. It really does get up under my skin that we have. It's like the DMCA is like the U.S. Patriot Act. It's one of those things that never seems to get used for what it's supposed to be for, and really never seemed like a good idea. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Yes, I will moderate comments because I'm running into lots of people dumping spam. I thought we were past that, but overt spam still gets through, I guess, even though it's really obvious. It has a link to some porn site and erectile dysfunction things, and it's been around for a decade, so it's obviously YouTube is allowing it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.